biggest dream, to be on the World Cup.
What a performance, backyard!
I'm going to camps and I get advice from coaches, work on my legs, do things to help make you like a better person, like physically and mentally.
It was my dream to be an Alpine World Cup skier.
The roar from the crowd is immense.
Ever since I can remember, I identify as a ski racer.
My idol is Mikaela Shiffrin.
Oh yes, Mikaela Shiffrin!
Oh, Laura Odermatt.
She's a real inspiration for me.
Federica Brignone e Marta Passino.
Marco Odermatt.
Magical! Brilliant!
Dreams don't happen overnight. You really have to love it and believe in it.
There's so many things about ski racing. There's so many variables and so many opportunities and challenges, and the emotions are so full and complete and always changing.
Always have fun on the slopes, enjoy skiing, and yeah, fight for your dreams.
Hello and welcome to the FIS Race Talk. It's a brand new concept to kickstart a brand new season of the Audi FIS Alpine Ski Racing World Cup Tour. And as part of the countdown to the first two races of the season here in Sölden, giant slalom on Saturday for the women, GS for the men on Sunday, we've brought together the best of the best. All 5 of the global winners from last season will be present to have a little pre-race chat before we all get going. Now, many thanks for all of you that have joined us in the Sky Bar at the Secret Hotel here today, and many thanks for all the viewers around the world, because for the first time, FIS is taking this race talk live from the USA and Canada, down under to Australia and New Zealand, across Central Europe, so everybody can enjoy our champions before the season begins. Let's get going. You haven't come to listen to me or hear from me. You've come to see the best of the best. And that gives me the opportunity to introduce them one by one and get them up into our studio. Before they get, they are ready at the lift. If you've forgotten what we're doing, take a look at the screen, please. And let's have a look at the best of the best in action before they take their seats. And ladies and gentlemen, here they are. Welcoming first, the Women's Overall World Cup champion, Lara Gutberami. Lara, great to see you. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
As always, the most entertaining and just making it in the nick of time, Manu Feller. Great to see you, Manu. Please have a seat. Keeping the Austrian flag flying high. Of course, it's the women's downhill champion from last season, Cornelia Hütter. Connie, great to see you. Welcome to the studio. Please have a seat. The slalom champion of last season. What a comeback that was from injury. Mikaela Shiffrin. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
And last, but by no means least, the man himself, Marco Odermatt. Great to see you, mate. How are you? So I think it's very important that we tell all our viewers around the world and to all of the media here today that a lot of the questions that we're going to talk about are not mine, but we've asked people, your fans, your friends, and some quite strange people to send in their questions from all over. So we'll get down to business with some serious stuff, but we'll also have a little bit of fun here because there's some lovely, lovely little messages from those people that adore you and, of course, adore those magical appearances. I think the best way for us to start is if we have a quick fire round and you can just shout out the answer, and then if we all agree, we'll just go one by one with 2 or 3 questions to get the season rolling. Happy? Okay. I didn't write these questions, so please don't tell me off tomorrow or on Sunday. These are not from me. I won't even say this person's name. Have any of you lost or broken any of your crystal globes?
Yes.
Hand up, please.
Oh.
Oh, 2. Oh. Mikaela, do you want to go first?
Yeah, well, one broke in the travel to get to the US. That was not my fault. And one fell out of a car.
Okay.
That was my fault.
Okay, so.
That was definitely my fault.
It's a good job you've got a few.
Yeah.
Manu, similar situation?
No, I didn't really lost it. It was just not at the place I was expecting it the next day after the party.
I think we should leave that one there. I think we should stay. So here's another one for everybody. Favorite race? Those that you like the most, those that you don't like. Got a funny feeling that came from a local organizer somewhere. Who wants to go? Favorite race, Lara?
Here.
Oh, yeah, 3 times a winner. Why not? Manu, favorite race?
Adelboden.
Yeah.
Lake Louise. It's not in right now, but it was my first World Cup race, and I love it there.
Ah, fantastic answer. Mikaela?
Maybe Beaver Creek, actually. We don't normally race there, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's what these guys want to hear, all the stories. Marco, your favorite?
I go with the same as Manu, Adelboden, and for sure Wengen for a Swiss guy. So amazing.
The crowds in Adelboden, just amazing, really. Fabulous, fabulous race. It's one of my favourites as well. I don't think we should say the ones we don't like because it's not fair to those organised committees. Again, not my questions, not my questions. 2 quick ones to go. Would you like to predict, obviously not the women's winner, but the men's winner, and the men predict the ladies' winner for this weekend? Not my questions. Lara, who's going to win the men's on Sunday?
No idea.
No idea, easy answer. Manu, who's going to win the ladies on Saturday?
One of these 2.
That's a good answer. We like that one. Connie, are you racing on tomorrow, Saturday? No, so you can go wherever you...
Out of it.
Yeah.
I think you all will have a good chance.
Mikaela, who's going to win the men's race?
I mean, we're all being very diplomatic, but like probably one of these 2.
Okay. And Marco, I guess you got to be diplomatic as well, haven't you, really?
Have to be.
Who's going to win on Saturday?
Yeah, I think Lara last year was very, very fast here all the time. So Lara.
Yeah, it was a brilliant race last year, Lara.
We'll talk later.
Okay, let's go to Lara. And I mean, the stats speak for themselves, Lara. They're fantastic. 1 or 2 of these questions have come from people who have followed you for a long, long time. And if you think your first victory here in Sölden was in 2013, 2014, yeah. So it's a long time ago. And one of the, Eleonora Alexandrova, has asked, what is the secret of your longevity in alpine skiing?
Well, I think family has a big role in that because it has been like a travel for us all together. And in the end, I'm still skiing because when I'm on the slope and I can make a turn like I want, it just feels amazing. It's a freedom feeling that I just feel that on the snow. So, and I'm still healthy, so that's the most important thing in the end, to be able to ski.
That's a fantastic answer, and I'm sure Eleonora will be delighted. Do you see yourself as a role model for the younger generation?
Well, not really myself, but I wish we could be able to like inspire the next generation to do sport. For me, for the kids, the most important thing is not just professional sport; it's just to move themselves there. That's our fault from the adults, not from the kids. They're all the time on the phone, on screen. And I wish the next generation has the same chance as we had as kids to do sport. this
There's a
is my
question here
wish.
from Patrick. How do you maintain your motivation for racing? And do you plan to race until Milan Cortina 2026? Patrick, I can't really pronounce his second name, I'm sorry. Klubček, I think is the pronunciation.
I don't know. I hope so. As like, if I'm healthy, it would be nice to, again, race in Cortina, just because it will be the first and only Olympic Games where my family could be with me. So it will be like an amazing end of career. Just not talking about results, but the fact that I could have kids and family around me.
And finally, last question, winning 3, not 4 globes last season, which a lot of people had calculated before we got to Saalbach. Does that give you extra motivation to smash the downhill this season? Even the globe?
Yeah, to be honest, the question you asked before about the races we don't like, I always struggle a lot in Lake Louise. So, and it has also been really complicated for me to race there in downhill. So without those races, it feels already a little bit easier to step in the downhill season, yeah.
Lara, congratulations. 2024 was your 8th Globes, just a brilliant season. And thank you for some great entertainment, some amazing races, and being a really good sportswoman when so many things got decided at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, Lara Gutberami. Manu, slalom champion. Woohoo! That was also a little bit of a scary one as well. And there's some weird and wonderful questions that have come in for you, I have to say. At this point in your career, what's your favourite podium at the moment?
Favorite podium? Probably the win in Adelboden last year, yeah. That was a goal all of my life, yeah.
I have to say, as a commentator, I enjoyed that one as well. It's a bit selfish, I know, but I love that one. What's your tactic for the new season? Another question that's been sent in from one of your fans. Since now you are a defending champion for the first time.
Well, I don't feel that much pressure because you have such a strong field in slalom. It could go so quick, and you are not 1, 2, 3, you are 4, 5, 6. You have probably 20 athletes who can make a podium. But I feel confident. Skiing makes more fun than ever before. I was in deep valleys some years ago, and skiing was more a must than a joy. And right now, I'm just enjoying every day. That makes as much fun as it does right now. And hopefully, I can do some more years.
That's a great answer. Here's another one of your fans. Tell us about your passion for music and why Jamaica is so important to you.
Well, when I started doing partying, when I was a young guy, in my hometown we had like 6 or 7 sound systems, and sound system is it's coming from Jamaican culture. You had as many in all over Germany at that time, and that was in a valley, in a town of 5,000 people. So it was just something I was thrown in, and I fell in love with the music. And when I was in Jamaica the first time, the country got me, the people got me. It's just, you need to see this and experience this to understand it. But I'm happy that I have it. It was always a motivation for me. And of course, in bad times, it helped me to stand up again.
That's a wonderful words. This music theme is going to come for quite a few of you, so please bear with me. Somebody's got a sense of humour here. Question for Manu once again. We hear that Dominic Paris is also a music lover. Could you see a fusion blend between your style and Dominic's?
Ooh,
that's what I said, oof.
Well, it would be interesting, yeah, but these are completely different genres. But just for the fun, to be in the studio with Dominic would be nice. I would, not even me singing, just watching and listening would be a great experience, of course.
Okay, that's a project that we need to plan. Now, as a lady by the name of Liliana, I hope she's tuning in right now, because her question is, how is it even possible to be so sexy? What's that about?
I wouldn't say that. I think it depends on the person and the point of view. But yeah, I feel honored if she feels like that.
There you go, Liliana. Good question. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited to see this gentleman in action on Sunday. We're so excited to see him defend that slalom goal. A round of applause for Manu fella. Let's go to our ladies downhill champion, Cornelia Hütter. Connie, welcome to the Race Talk studio. Questions for me here. I was in the commentary box in Saalbach. There was this massive duel. Has it sunk in now? Because there were grown men where all the commentator boxes are crying, weeping, looking to the sky. It was almost as if you felt you were in a dream when we were watching it live on TV. Has it all sunk in? And talk us through that emotional roller coaster you went through in that very last downhill of the season to take the title.
It was for sure a roller coaster. It took me weeks to get in and all the emotions, but it was so amazing. It was a hard race. It was really a tough fight till the end, and I tried everything. I know the downhill season was not that easy because I had sometimes it's not the best mindset. It's not easy for me after the injuries. And yeah, I managed everything. I tried, and it was, yeah, all the years. Well, like now in the day, it was really in that second, yeah, it was so unexpected. And that was amazing. And yeah, I'm smiling all the way down because it's all the emotions are also in.
Now, some of your fans have written in, I think it's Patrick Masha, who said, this season, will you put more focus on Super G or the defense of that title in downhill?
I have nothing to defend in downhill because that globe is mine. That's a childhood dream. I have one, my home. It's mine. So I'm fighting for the next one, and I'm fighting also in Super G. I tried it also the last season in both disciplines. I thought the Super G it would be a little bit easier, but in the end it was the downhill. So you never know before. I try from the first race in Beaver Creek, and then we will see.
I have a sneaking suspicion this next question is from our snowboarding World Cup tour, because what they want to know is, how good were you at ski racing in your childhood?
Very bad, because I was more snowboarding. Yes. When I was 5 years old, from 5 to 10, I was only snowboarding because skiing was so uncool. And then, yeah, that was the generation. And then I was starting skiing with 11 or 12, and I was really bad, so I skied good in the trees and outside, but not in the gate because I didn't train that. And yeah, I fell in love with that, and now I'm super happy to be a ski racer.
And the last question for you, Connie, and we had this same question from many, many, many people. How confident are you that you can give us that downhill magic once again in Saalbach?
Yeah, I heard that question really very often the last weeks. I know Saalbach, they put everything they have. It will be amazing. We all focus. We all know it will be a lot of pressure for us, especially for the Austrian team. We know that, but when we are going there, skiing good and have fun, and yeah, maybe I can repeat everything, and then we'll see. But I think the most important thing is to start from the first race, and that will we do.
We wish you the best of luck this season, Connie, in the defence of that downhill title. Ladies and gentlemen, Connie Hütter from Austria. Just to let all of our viewers know that we'll be having an update report from the team for Saalbach Interglemm, those 2025 World Championships coming up later on in today's programme. Mikaela, welcome. You and I have been doing this little pre-season chit-chat for a number of years now, so it is so good to pick it up once again, and so many subjects. But I have to go to your fans, and I've got this one wrong a few times, so please bear with me. Mikaela, what is your favourite Taylor Swift album and favourite song?
I think my favorite album is Folklore, and my favorite song is Epiphany. Do
I need to know what era that's from?
What era? To be honest, I'm actually not. I mean, I think the era is Folklore, but it was our COVID era, and it was after my dad died, and the album was actually some things on the songs were, especially Epiphany, were something that I could really relate to.
That's beautiful. Your fans will be really pleased to hear that. And do they call them Swifties or Twisties?
Well, not Twisties.
Okay, thank you very much. Showing my age here again. Now, here's a question from Nando Bauman. Which globe means the most to you?
Ooh, maybe the.
That's the problem.
She can't remember. I would have forgotten. Hang on a minute. When was the first one? Oh, hang on. Let me come back to it.
I take it too seriously. We could just say the first overall.
There we go. That's a beautiful answer. That's like television. If you don't really know the answer, you just make something up and everybody goes, oh, yeah, thank you very much.
That's good to know. No.
Okay, a lot of ski racing fans writing in here, Mikaela, and a lot of people asking the reason behind the decision of not racing downhill, and may that decision change?
It's likely not going to change this year, but it's kind of culmination of things. But mainly it's, I find it just nearly impossible to be able to train and prepare for every event without sacrificing quality of any event. And I was prepared for downhill in the beginning of last season, but as the season went on, I had no time to get on the downhill or the Super G skis. And when Cortina rolled around, it was kind of a culmination of things, but made me believe that maybe I need to focus the priorities a bit more and see if I can bring my Super G skills back a little bit more this season. It's been much easier to prepare for Slalom GS and Super G than also trying to bring downhill in there. So
yeah, it's great work.
We'll see. Yeah.
Another question that lots and lots of people asked, especially young female racers. How do you find the motivation to continue when things aren't going well or you feel stressed?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to remember the good days that you have, and there's always a chance to get back there. And there's a lot of different reasons why you can have a bad day, but those days you learn from, and that all of that experience through life helps you have more of the good days, or to find the things that you enjoy in life. And I think everybody here said that skiing gives them so much joy. So when you have bad days or bad even seasons, it's still moments of joy that give you a lot of passion and a lot of energy. And it's important to remember those small pieces, because not everything is good all the time.
A lot of people really enjoying those words, I can assure you. Final question. We were all very touched by the Instagram, TikTok video from Alex, who admitted to the world, wanted to tell us all himself that this season was not going to happen. Does this mean that we're going to see quite a bit of your fiancé on the tour this season? And one person has even asked, is there any chance he may take a coaching role?
Oh, well, we talk a lot about skiing anyway, so he sort of has a bit of a coaching role anyway, but and he likes to talk about skiing with anybody too. So yeah, if you're on the street and you see him, ask him what you think of some turns or something. But I think he'll be at some races watching. Hopefully, I think around the men's side as well, especially. And he has a lot to come with the upcoming surgery, with rehab. Even between now and the surgery coming, he has to be really focused and on point. So it's not any days off for him, actually. So I hope to see him around on the races, but more importantly, I hope him to see him outside of the races, because that's when we can actually do things. So yeah, it'll be really nice to see him sometimes this season, but I think his intensity is still going to be there for the rehab.
That's really good to hear, and hopefully we can see him on the TV, we can see him in the finish area, we can see him cheering you on, because that would be really nice for a lot of his fans to see as well.
Yeah,
as the,
he'll be around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well as the Swifties. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, such beautiful words. Please give a round of applause for Mikaela Shiffrin. Last but not least, the man himself, 4 globes last season. Wow, what a season, really, Marco. So good to have you here. 13 wins last season, taking your tally to 37. Now, please don't shout at me when these questions aren't as sort of detailed as we thought. This is Enna Tomacic saying, do you think you could also win a slalom race or get a top 10 result?
No, I don't think so. I think it's something Mikaela already spoke about before. It's very tough to be on point in 3 disciplines, a lot of work, a lot of training, and even try to do a 4th one for me is would be impossible, so we won't see that.
Very honest. Again, we seem to be getting a lot of these questions from the young racers. This is Annie Volkel saying, what do you do when you have a doubt about yourself and do not know if your way is the right one?
Well, I think in the end, for me, the most important thing is the people you're surrounded. They really like to help you in making decisions or just make you feel good and help you actually with everything. And I think if you have good people around you, good teammates, good family, friends, you will choose for sure your right way.
So here's a question here from Nico. What are your ambitions for Saalbach, especially regarding Super G, where Nico believes you've never won a medal before?
That's true. I mean, World Champs is always a big highlight for all of us, and Super G, it didn't work out yet, but for me, the other 2 disciplines with giant slalom downhill are, in minimum as important as the Super G for me. So I won't focus just on one discipline. I would like to be in shape in every one, and then in the end, you have to give your best on the day X and see what comes out.
I think this next question, is from a ski racer who's not quite sure how much commitment is needed to succeed in the game. It goes, how did you deal with the hangovers after victory celebrations because you have a lot of victories?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's a very good question, I'd say.
I think you for sure need one day in between that it works, what I experienced, but then I think for me it was always important to enjoy those moments. You never know when it's the last one. So for me, I always said my first goal for sure is skiing fast, but then I want to enjoy the journey. I want to enjoy every race, and when you can win a race, you want to feel those emotions. You want to celebrate them with your surrounding people, and for me this is in minimum as important as the next race, and this is also something which worked for me to relieve the emotions, get a clear head again, and then really be prepared and focused. The focus is the most important.
Did you notice Manu was taking notes there to see if there was a secret cure, if there's any special word? And finally, Marco, for you, big season ahead, everybody's looking at you. The expectation every time you put your skis on the mountain is so high to perform. You've got to defend 4 titles. You've got to go to a World Championships. Are you satisfied with your season prep? As we say in English, are you ready to rumble?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we had very good conditions the last days in Switzerland. To get in shape, I always really need those days. It's just fit in for now. And I think the prep season was good. We nearly lost no skiing days. We had a good team. We fighted also in training. So I think, the whole Swiss team is prepared for the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree, all of our superstars look ready to rumble. And thank you so much for some fabulous words, some weird and wonderful questions to go with it as well. Your answers were terrific. We'll stand for a quick photo call together, if that's okay with you, very quickly. And whilst we're having that quick photo call, we will go to a quick break. But if you're with us live on FIS TV, don't go too far away, because we're going to ask Mikaela and Marco to stay a little longer to present a few awards. Welcome back to Race Talk here. We're having a quick shuffle around. You catch us live in action here. But I'm welcoming both Patrick Lang and, of course, our winner of a special award for two very, very special awards that we make every year. I'd like to start this award with the Prix Armando Trovati Award. And this is an award that's voted by the AIJS members, the Association of International Skiing Journalists, for the best photograph of the day. Mikaela, we would love you to present this award. And the award has been won by Alexander Hassenstein. Please stand up, guys.
Really amazing.
It's a picture of you, by the way.
Oh.
You know that?
I did not know that.
And do we have that picture available?
Yeah. Oh.
So that we can show everybody Alex's picture. And here is a shot, the winning shot. Yeah. And that's why we've asked Mikaela to present the award, because it's a beautiful photograph.
Thank you very much.
Really
it happened
super.
Here, a year ago. And I'm surprised because I have no information that I'm the winner. It's just 30 seconds ago. And thank you very much for meeting you personally.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
It was a year ago. And can I say some words about this?
We're a bit tight on time.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
really sorry, Alex.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
It's an incredible picture. Congratulations.
Thank you. Alex, just take a seat while we move on. The second award is for the Skier d'Or. And the Skier d'Or is for the best athlete of the season, again voted by the journalists of the AIJS. It is the Skier d'Or Serge Lang Trophy. Patrick Lang, the president of the International Journalists for Skiers Association, is going to present the award. And voted by all the journalists, our winner for 2024, Marco Odermatt.
You said we have no time, so I will be very short, okay? I just want to say thank you, Marco. Thank you for the great shows, the great races, the action, the smiles, the great camaraderie with the other skiers, with the journalists and everything. And we wish you the best for this season. Good luck and enjoy what you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patrick.
Very much. Thank you.
That gives us time to look at a few more pictures on the screen. But again, don't go too far away because we've got more with Mikaela and Marco as we head to Longines timing. Welcome back to FIS Race Talk, and I'm absolutely delighted to introduce to you the CEO of Longines, such an important part of the Audi FIS World Cup Ski Racing Tour. It is Matthias Breschon. Matthias, welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I've got a question for you guys. Just maybe help us with this timing piece. Do you have a lucky charm?
I am my own lucky charm.
Okay.
No, that was bad, but...
You have your own lucky charm. We won't go there. No lucky charms for Marco, but I noticed that we've all got sort of the same watches on here. And what I've asked Matthias to come is explain about a special watch that is tied in for this season, and most importantly, Matthias, tied into the World Championships in Saalbach, which for many ski racing fans that are tuning in right now will be the highlight of the season. Tell us a little more.
Yes, you are absolutely right. We are presenting here, I would say, a watch that is celebrating the World Championship in Saalbach next year. But you also know that the history and heritage of Longines by timing sport events and skiing. Skiing, actually, we celebrated like the FIS, also the 100 year of skiing events timing last year. Sport events even longer, and Longines was the first brand in 1914 to time sport events for 1/10 and in 1916 for 100 of a second. And of course now the distances between the first and the 10th are becoming shorter and shorter. Of course, we keep this heritage also going on, and we have a limited edition that actually comes either with a rubber bracelet or a steel bracelet that Marco is wearing, celebrating this rich, I would say, heritage and legacy of Longines for doing and timing sport events. And of course, now with this upcoming championship in Saalbach, we have this special limited edition 2025 pieces. And on the back case of the watch, it's even a skier with the logo of Saalbach engraved.
Matthias, tell me a little bit what it means to Longines to have these two guys as your ambassadors. You've told me stories about all the workers back in the factories, all supporting them, skiers and non-skiers, all feeling part of their performances and their great work. How important is it, Longines, to be able to say, these are our stars?
I think here we are, I would say it's perfect because they are not only fitting to the brand, because I think for us, even more important that our ambassadors, the celebrity of our ambassadors is that they really fit to the DNA of the brand. And I think this is exactly what Marco and Mikaela are representing so well, because our values are shared. They are pioneers in their disciplines. They are fighters in their disciplines. They always try to innovate, move forward, because they know that their competition or their colleagues or competitors, whatever you call them, they are not sleeping, so they need to get better. They need to improve and innovate if they really want to stay on top. And I really wish you the very best, and I hope that the lucky charm will be this watch also for this season, and in particular, and of course for the championship, that you will stay on the top like you used to be already for many years now. Yeah?
Quick word from Mikaela and from Marco. As an athlete, how important is it to have these long-term relationships? Not having to chop and change, but you get to know the people. You get to they know what you need, what you want. They almost become your friends. You've been together so long. Mikaela, you want to go first? And how important are relationships like this to the success in your career?
Yeah, I would say these strong partnerships have become a lot like family, and it's really important. At least for me, I think every athlete is different, but over the long term of my career, I want to build these kind of partnerships where we can have a kind of collective input with each other, and to actually really become part of the brand rather than like simply a representative. Of course, it's an honor to be an ambassador, but it's also wonderful to feel like you're valued within a company and to show the company that you value what they do.
Marco, a few words from you?
Yeah, exactly. It's I think we all know that it's always meeting new people is also takes you sometimes some energy, and I think if you can work with people for a long time, you get to know each other better and better, so you really can also save energy. While doing those things, it even gives you energy if you feel welcome in their company. If you be there, you can meet some employers, and I think this makes it even better for both sides.
Well, I speak on behalf of Longines and of FIS. Thank you for your time today. We wish you the best of luck this coming season. Thank you for giving us so much time, and time again with those watches that you've got on that are very, very pleasant indeed. Now, I'm going to ask Matthias to stay with us because we're going to talk about another one of the very important Longines programs, which is the Young Rising Ski Stars, and we're going to invite them up on the stage. We will take a quick break and finally allow Mikaela and Marco to exit the studio. We're going to bring the youngsters back after these few messages.
When I'm skiing, that's when time makes the most sense to me.
Crossing the finish line and knowing that you've won is probably the best feeling on the world. In the end, the mindset makes the difference.
I know what I want. This is something I'm willing to work for.
Welcome back to FIS Race Talk, and we're lowering the age just a little. And this part, I have to say, I'm more nervous about interviewing you guys than I was about the 5 guys earlier. Matthias, these are your young rising stars, under 21 years of age for the women and under 23 years of age for the men. Can't say boys, can I? Men is what we are here. Matthias, before we have a chat with Zrinka and Alex personally, how important is this program to you? Because it has been a mighty successful plan.
Well, the program is very important actually to us. First of all, because we are working with youngsters. They are hungry. They are ready to take risks. They are ready for innovation. They really, I would say, are never self-satisfied with what they have achieved, but they always know that they need to improve and innovate to move forward. And I think this is the same for any company, not only in the watch industry, but we have never to be self-satisfied with what we have achieved, even though Longines is a very successful company, but we have to permanently challenge ourselves to innovate, to improve and move forward. And I think the young people, they try to push us, or let's say they push us, they really make us aware that we just have to move forward in order to stay on the top.
Okay, guys, ready here? Now, you have to remember, like the global winners, some are from social media. Your fans have sent us questions. A couple from me, if that's okay. Let's go ladies first, as always. Zrinka, 3 times runner-up on the World Cup Tour. Fantastic in 2024. Major breakthrough. We knew you were coming as a junior world champion, but those 3 back-to-back podiums, those results start to give you the self-belief that you can become a World Cup winner, that you can maybe beat Mikaela Shiffrin this season.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for a nice introduction. And yeah, last season was great for me, and definitely those podiums boosted my confidence. And of course, I left hungry because I really wanted to win last season, and it didn't happen. So now I'm happy that I can hopefully just pick off where I left and hopefully beat Mikaela, as you said.
I hope so too. I really do. Here's a question from one of your fans. Are you putting more focus on Super G and downhill to potentially chase the overall World Cup title this season?
No, not this season. In the future, yeah, that's kind of in the plan, in the big plan, and that I will be competent to win overall one day. But for now, it's too far. It's now I just have to first settle in slalom and GS and then take it from there.
And taking that into mind, what is the dream? What is the goal for this season? That's the dream, that little glass thing there on the table.
Thing, yeah.
Do you want to touch it?
Can I?
Yes! Go on. Now, do you want to pick it up and go like this?
Nah,
Or wait till the real moment?
I'll wait. I don't want to ruin it.
Okay, that is the dream.
That's the dream.
Discipline titles, overall titles, you want the lot?
Yeah, all of it.
Simple as that.
Just like that.
Okay, no messing around. That's what we like to hear. I want it all. Song by Queen. Okay, here's another question from one of your fans. Favorite song?
Hard. I'd say just something like Modern Love by David Bowie.
Whoa, that's a great choice.
You can't go wrong with Bowie.
You cannot go wrong with Bowie. I'm with you all the way there. Somebody else wants to know favorite food?
A steak.
Okay, that's great. And I'm not sure whether you want to hear this one, but do you know a gentleman by the name of Rados Borna?
No.
Because he said, will you marry me?
Maybe in another life.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's crystal globes to worry about rather
No,
than weddings right now.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this lady has a wonderful personality, and she will win races, I promise you. Please give a round of applause for Zrinka Zlucic. She did well, Alex.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Okay, Alex, congratulations. Longines Young Rising Ski Star for 2024. I've got some questions for you here as well, if you don't mind. When you won that first World Cup race in Palisades, Tahoe, we thought that was it. The doors were open, and away you go. But then it got a little bit more frustrating. First of all, tell Zrinka, the moment when you have the big breakthrough, but then how difficult it can be after you've got that first win looking for number 2.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the level, especially in slalom, is so high with like so many different guys who can compete for the win. So it's been tough to like find the stable speed, and it's always kind of also to be able to defend like a good position after the first run is difficult with a lot of ideas going through the head between the runs, and yeah, you're so close to the goal, but still you have to put down a super good run. So yeah, I mean, also we have Odermatt, which is not the easiest to beat. He's soon maybe as good as Hirscher with all his wins, and yeah, so I mean, I just need time and keep developing. I feel like I'm still kind of developing in the right direction, and then that's all I can ask for.
And I think that's a really nice part, that you're prepared to wait. Yeah. You're prepared to put in that work, and you're prepared to go for it. One or two of your fans have asked, will you focus on the giant slalom as much as the slalom, like in previous seasons, or start to focus more on one and not the other?
I'm not ready to be kind of a specialist in one discipline. I really enjoy combining more disciplines and have that challenge, and yeah, not making the day as the same every day. So I will keep going slalom and GS, and maybe even put a little Super G in there sometime, but this year it will definitely be slalom and GS.
Good to hear, really good to hear. Here comes the weird and wonderful questions from your fans on social media. One of your fans said, I watched you on the TV breaking a pole in Saalbach. Did you know the cameras were on you?
No, I didn't. I really tried to kind of get away, because I know that's not the right thing to do, but the emotion overwhelmed me, and I just had to get some frustration out, and yeah, so that's what happened, and yeah, that's a part of the sport. I mean, sometimes you can't really control yourself.
No, I agree. I was commentating live at the time, and I said, go on, smash the other one, Alexander. Whack a few. You've got to let that sort of adrenaline out somehow. When you're pumping, you really do. Here's another question from one of your fans. Could you tell us a little bit more about the culture of the attacking Vikings?
Yeah, I mean, we're a team that believes in like that if we help each other, we can push each other further, and that's the mentality we have in training, and why we want each other to win. And if we have a bad day, then we can be happy on my teammates' behalf. So yeah, that's all it is. Like, just help each other and give feedback and try to make each other better. And yeah, we believe we get something back for that ourselves.
And here's a question that you'll probably find quite tricky, or you'll find very easy. One of the fans has written in saying, who is the most handsome of the attacking Vikings?
Yeah, I saw that. I want to say Atle, because he's the one that wrote the question. So I guess he's kind of fishing for some compliments.
Okay.
So yeah, I can give it to him if he wants it.
Thank you, Atle. That was a very clever question. Ladies and gentlemen, these two are the future. These two are so exciting. And they are wonderfully professional and skilled and fun to talk and chat with. Give a round of applause for Zrinka Licic and Alexander Steen-Olsen. So we're going to go to a quick break once again. Don't go too far away, because coming up after the messages, we'll have the latest update from the FIS World Alpine Ski Racing Championships in Saalbach, Hinterglemm. But until then, we'll see you in a short while.
In gewisser Hinsicht die Challenge, die Herausforderung. Ein schwerer Lauf auf irgendeinem schweren Berg und ich da so schnell wie möglich runterfahre.
Immer motiviert zu sein und einfach den gewissen Vorsprung zu haben, nicht nur auf der Skipiste, sondern den ganzen Leben.
Das Adrenalin, die Geschwindigkeit, und es ist schon cool, wenn es ein bisschen kribbelt.
Und ich glaube, wenn man die Leidenschaft hat und für den Sport brennt, dann kann man das Maximum rausholen.
Welcome back to FIS Race Talk. It's time to switch our attention to the Alpine Ski Racing World Championships for 2025. Many people are tipping this as being one of the biggest and best we've ever seen. So we've got the man in himself to answer a few questions to see how it's looking, where we're going, and are they ready. This is Florian Fleps from the organisation team of those World Championships. Florian, welcome to Race Talk. It's great to have you here. I've got some tough questions, so I hope you're ready.
Perfect.
Fire away. What are you most looking forward to with regards to these World Championships?
We are really excited already. It's the start into the season tomorrow in Sölden, Austria. Everybody knows, a lot of spectators, great emotions. And that's what we expect in 2 weeks in Saalbach, a real ski festival. People from all over the world coming into the valley, coming into the Salzburger Land to enjoy the races and to see the world's best athletes performing on the 12er-Kogel. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think I am too. You had the World Cup finals there. Many people took that as a dress rehearsal. What improvements can you take from those World Cup races heading into the big one?
This World Cup finals were very important for us. As you know, there's no permanent yearly World Cup in Saalbach-Hinterglemm right now. So it was a test event. And we saw a lot of things we want to improve, and we already worked on. We started the construction in the last weeks already. It's some details in logistics, in transport, in traffic. Mainly, the most important thing, the racetracks are working. And this is what we really sport is in the center of these World Championships. It's all about the athletes, and we know that we're prepared for that.
That's great words. How are you doing with the ticket sales? Are they progressing, going the way you want them to?
Yes, we are. We have really good ticket sales already. We have some days with some sectors already sold out. So especially the second weekend with the technical events, GS Men, February 14th, almost sold out. So I just can tell everybody, get your tickets now.
Good words, very wise. What spectator experiences will be available in 2025? And how can the fans best enjoy those races and the side events that also play an important role to the atmosphere?
For us in Austria, hospitality is one of the key issues in tourism. And this is what everybody will expect and will see in Saalbach-Hinterglemm. The Salzburger Land and Saalbach are prepared for a lot of fans. There will be a great fan mile entering the finish area into the stadium. Local food and beverage, good music, entertainment. There's also the chance to watch the races next to the racetracks. So you do not have to go into the finish stadium, but use the ski lift and watch the race directly, which is, I think, very special on the World Cup Tour. So this is for every fan who hasn't been in Austria yet, this is the chance to come to Saalbach for the World Champs.
And Florian, a final question for you and your team. How do you want to remember 2025? The legacy that was left from 1991 was brilliant. How are you going to remember it? How are you going to better it?
1991 was the World Championships of the sun. It was the best weather you could expect. For me, this World Championships coming in February is when athletes, spectators, media, the team, the staff leave Saalbach and say this was a skiverrückte World Championships.
Great words. Let's have a closer look at a little more detail from Saalbach-Hinterglemm as we prepare for the big event of 2025. And ladies and gentlemen, there it is. The new FIS Race Talk. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you've enjoyed all the words from our guests. And most importantly, I hope you've got your goggles down, ready for the opening races of the season, starting here in Sölden, Austria, with the ladies' giant slalom tomorrow and the men's giant slalom on Sunday. On behalf of everybody here at the venue, on behalf of all of the team at FIS, I'd like to thank you all for your company. Enjoy the season, and it's goodbye for now.
My biggest dream to be on the World Cup.
I'm going to camps and I get advice from coaches, work on my legs, do things to help make you like a better person, like physically and mentally.
It was my dream to be an Alpine World Cup skier.
The roar from the crowd is immense.
Ever since I can remember, I identify as a ski racer.
My idol is Mikaela Shiffrin.
Oh yes, Mikaela Shiffrin!
Oh, Laura Goodberry.
She's a real inspiration for me.
Federica Brignone, Marta Passino.
Odermatt.
Magical! Brilliant!
Dreams don't happen overnight. You really have to love it and believe in it.
There's so many things about ski racing. There's so many variables and so many opportunities and challenges, and the emotions are so full and complete and always changing.
Always have fun on the slopes, enjoy skiing, and yeah, fight for your dreams.
Beautiful!